Welcome to yet another session of political science. We were earlier discussing about the powers and functions of our parliament. Let us continue our discussion furthermore and try to understand that what is the difference between the powers of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, and also we'll try to understand that why the Lok Sabha is more powerful in comparison to Rajya Sabha. So let us begin with the discussion. When we talk about the powers of Rajya Sabha, this house is considered for and approves the non-money bills and suggests amendments to the money bills. But this house cannot initiate or cannot change the money bills. Its powers is only limited till the giving of suggestions in this context. Now about the powers of Lok Sabha, it approves the proposals of taxation, budget and annual financial statement. So this is the house where the budget takes birth, and this house has the total power related to the enactment of the budget. So this house is more solid, more powerful in context of financial powers. Next power, the Rajya Sabha approves the constitutional amendments. So, in this case, if we compare with the Lok Sabha, this house also amends the constitution. So, an amendment in the constitution is only possible, students, when there is a special majority of 2/3 of its members present and voting for the cause. Moreover, more than 50% of the states should also support that amendment. Then only an amendment can take place in our constitution. About the next power, the Rajya Sabha exercises control over the executive by asking them questions, by introducing various motions and resolution. Same is the power of the Lok Sabha. It also controls the executives, means the political leaders or might be the permanent executives, IAS or IPS officers, by putting up questions, by supplementary questions, by resolutions, motions and through no confidence motion. As I had taught you that the Prime Minister along with his Council of Ministers is collectively responsible towards the lower house. If the lower house brings the no confidence motion, then automatically the government will get dissolved. So here this house is again powerful. Other than this Lok Sabha makes laws on matters included in the union list and the concurrent list. It can also introduce any and imply any bill that is related to money matters or non-money bills. So here you can see a little more power is given to the Lok Sabha. Let us move on to the next point. This house allows the participation of the members in the appointment and removal of the Vice President of India, the President of India, the judges. When we talk about the judges, then we are talking about the judges of the Supreme Court as well as the High Court. So same is the power of the Lok Sabha also. It also takes parts in the elections of the Vice President, Presidents, and also participates in the removal of the judges, that is the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. So both the houses work together. Talking about the next power, the Rajya Sabha can give the Union Parliament power to make laws on matters included in the state list. So here also approval is required for the Lok Sabha from the Rajya Sabha if it wants to legislate on any matters which are mentioned in the state list. So you can see both houses go along with each other hand in hand. Another important thing is, another important power of the Lok Sabha that makes it more powerful other than money matters is that this house approves the proclamation of emergency. So these are certain points that make it a little more powerful than the Rajya Sabha. Then last but not the least, it establishes committees and commissions and considers their reports, especially in context of financial matters. When we talk about the money bill, you all know the process of the bills. There is a first reading, then it goes for a second reading, and then it goes for third reading. So these processes we'll be discussing in our next class. Thank you so much and have a nice day.